Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Boston Red Sox going up against the Heroes.
Come on, show me what you're working with, 'cause I got a lot. You can try, but you never really break for me, 'cause I'm a soul.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. Our starter in this one, number 23.
Trying to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
All right, ready to go here. So stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida.
Masataka Yoshida.
The pitch. On the ground, right side. Paredes throws to first. One out in the top of the first. Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Swing and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Runner on the move. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next offering is fouled back.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the second out.
You know, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And another ball. Bounced up the middle. Sneaks through, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
That is fair.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Boston strands a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 0-0. And we're back. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Brian Bayo. What's the scouting report on him?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. One of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Here comes the 0-1. On the ground, Gonzalez zips it to first. And a quick out, number 1. Let's take a look at our lineup. Singy, we're looking at a really young lineup here, so not much experience, but it also means they're going to bring a lot of energy to the table most days.
Well, we're in a golden age of young players. I mean, these players, they're getting up to the majors. They're dominating from a young age, bringing home plenty of hardware early in their careers. I mean, before they even get to free agency. So, you know, when you consider all of that, I love seeing the kind of energy that a team like this brings to the yard every day in and day out.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Ramirez now at the plate. 2 hits yesterday. 1 was a home run. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Chases in the dirt. Slider there. Gets to it on to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Scoreless after 1. Back here in the East Bay, and stepping in is the speedy Ceddanne Rafaela. The pitch. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Rafaela, in his rookie season, 23 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. That one off the mark, and that's ball 1. Rips one to right, and that's just foul. Kicks and fires. On the ground to the left. Whips it to first. 1 out in the second.
That is 7. The second baseman, Trevor.
Here's Trevor Story. And that's in for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep into counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see.
2 outs, base is empty. Danny Jansen to hit here. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
Outside low, 1-2 to count.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames,
and down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Red Sox go down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Joey Meneses. Bayo back to work. That's a little bit low.
Ball 1, no strike.
Up the middle, Gonzalez. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Alejandro Kirk getting ready to hit. There's the strike. On the ground to Devers. Gets it to first. And that quickly 2 away.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Waste no time there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Marcelo Meyer, the next to hit. And there's a foul ball. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. The pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another. That one not close.
2 strikes.
Now 1-2. Out to short. They take the force out. And that is that. We'll move to the third with no score.
To get the blessing for the brethren. The brethren. I got my blessing because the Father never left him.
New inning getting started. Now it's the shortstop, Romy Gonzalez.
Romy Gonzalez.
Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-0.
Ground ball right side. Paredes on to first. One up, one down.
The left fielder, number 7. Masataka.
Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Masataka Yoshida. That one misses, and that is ball 1.
Thinking about Yoshida, he's never going to be the biggest player when he's on the field, but that doesn't mean he can't hit. He gets on base and doesn't strike out very often. That combo makes you a valuable asset to your club.
Kicks and deals. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And there's the automatic. One down, base is empty. Bounce to the left side, and it goes just foul. Left-hand batter waits, and it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Now batting.
Runner on at first with one gone. And now Rob Refsnyder. Strike 1.
0-1.
Yoshida stands at first with 1 out. And it's 1-1. And that's in there at the knees.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Just missed.
It's a good take.
Top of the third, no score. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings and misses. Had him out front for strike 3. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
And it's through for a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Tyler O'Neill up next for the Red Sox, and he's already singled in this game. Little chopper rolls foul. The Red Sox with a chance to score first here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Fought off foul.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
1 ball. 2
This
strikes.
one in the dirt. No movement on the bases. 1-2 the count. Foul tip, strike 3.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Set for the bottom of the third. Now it's the right fielder, Alex Verdugo. Bayo back to work. That one fouled off. Here's a high chopper. Story. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jarren.
Now batting Jarren Duran. 0 for 1 so far. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Finds his way through, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. He's 0 for 1. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Safe in second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Story sends it over to first. They get the out on Arozarena.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Up the middle, Gonzalez. That ends the frame. On to the fourth, still scoreless. Start of the fourth, and stepping in for Boston, J.J. Bleday. And the pitch. Not close with that one, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Red Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And the righty deals.
Ball, that's out.
One fouled off, 2-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
The pitch. That one lifted to left. Arozarena moving under it. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Up next for the Red Sox, the center fielder.
And now here's a speed threat.
Rafaela.
Outfielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. Grounded out his first time up. Here's a rocket out to left. Arozarena snags it. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Story batting for the second time, and that's strike one. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Durant makes a nice running catch. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now Ramirez.
The designated hitter, number 0.
The right-hander back to work. Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs, can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And it's caught for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Chopped left side. Devers over to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Through. Back in Oakland, top 5, John Shelby with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Danny Jansen. Misses outside, and it's 1-0. Jansen in his 6th season, 28 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. On the ground out to short. Meyer to first. 1 away here in the 5th. So digging in, Romy Gonzalez.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
0-1's the count.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Next pitch is outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Chopped to the left side. Whips it across. And the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th. So the batting order turns over. So stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida. This to third. Throws to first in time. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Boston. Still no score. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Vinny Castilla. Here comes a pitch. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The 0-1. And a foul ball. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. He's got it, and there's one down. Here's the shortstop.
And there's one thing thing on his mind this at bat. Getting that first hit at the big league level.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Fires across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's Alex Verdugo. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And a foul ball. 2 outs. He swings and fouls one off. Two outs, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first, and Verdugo is set down. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 6th inning coming up. Still nothing on the scoreboard. Top of the 6th inning. And now the first baseman, Rob Refsnyder. And the right-hander back to work. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point. It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their time.
That one ripped left field. Headed one hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. Arozarena gets it in. And now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game.
He was all over that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball 1, no strike.
And another ball.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and part of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike one.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Go ahead run at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
And Devers hits that one. Brings it in. Tyler O'Neill will hit next. Strike 1.
0-1.
With the go-ahead run standing at second here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
One ball.
In the dirt. Safe. He beats it. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third. That misses the zone. Yeah, that's ball 2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Righty delivers. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. And he walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. This is J.J. Bleday.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
And that should be extra bases. One runs in. Around third. In there. He's safe. And they take a 2-run lead.
Got to be feeling great about that double. Big spot, and he drives in 2. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Rafaela in the box again. Takes a strike. And ball 1. And a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home, but it's offline, and they lead by 3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball.
Jose Urquidy gets handed the rock out of the pen. This is his 3rd time out this year. Here's Trevor Story now.
Nope.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a good eye there.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
On the corner at the knees for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that out. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that ball.
Nope.
Downstairs, and it misses ball 4.
Well, a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Jansen in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1
Still only 1 out here in the inning. The 1-1 is fouled off. And the right-hander deals. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 on, 2 outs.
Nope,
And that's
inside, ball
off
2.
the inside edge. And it's 2-1.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, but maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
And it's filled up. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Meneses squeezes it, and that'll do it. 3 runs for him here, and they move. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the center fielder, Jarren Duran. Bale back to work. That one to first. A flip to the pitcher covering. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Now it's going to be Randy Arozarena. Out towards right center field. Sizes this one up. 2 down. Isaac Paredes now. Inside, and it hit him.
Fastball high and tight right there. A scary combo. I'll tell you what, everyone in the stadium looked like they felt like they needed to jump out of the way. I know I moved.
Bounced out to short. Gonzalez. They get the force, and the inning is over. Back here in the East Bay. Now the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. And a strike. In the air, center field. Duran puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Rob Refsnyder up next for the Red Sox. Fly ball down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. Off the mark there. 1-1. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Duran under it. Snags it for the 2nd out. Here's Rafael Devers. 1 for 3. In there at the knees.
0-1.
And a strike to Devers.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
Stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, but they lead at 3-0. Set for the last half of the 7th. And here's the first baseman, Joey Meneses. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Activity in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Kenley Jansen getting loose out there. Hendricks warming up as well. And the pitch. Out to short. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Here's the catcher to hit, Alejandro Kirk. Hit hard, base hit. One gone, runner at first. Vinny Castilla now at the plate. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Fair ball. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he
on the ground. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Alex Verdugo digs in now. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The throw in. Save. He scores, and it's a 1-run game.
Big RBI for him right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting on the tee.
And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Brian Bayo will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Scott Alexander will take over here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Duran in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Sizing this one up. Brings it in. And that will end the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. O'Neill in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And there's a foul ball. With 1 and 2.
Well, that's that slope right there. He's doing extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Victor Gonzalez, the new pitcher, the lefty from Mexico.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think that's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Bleday stands in now and watches strike one.
One ball, two
In
strikes.
the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Runner at second, nobody out. Base hit center field. Around third. The throw in. It's off the mark and he scores.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch. Lefty on lefty. Pitch was a little down, a little bit away, but he committed to it. And his shoulder stayed square to the plate. Didn't try to pull off that ball at all. And that's why it jumped off the bat.
Awesome play there. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. That's in for a strike. Bleday leads off second with one gone in the inning. Just
Nope, that's
missed.
the ball.
Man at second. Out to short. Meyer slings to first, and Story is out. Now it's Jansen to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And first offering is fouled off. 1 run across in the frame so far, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is in for a strike. Gonzalez-Diaz lifted in the air, right center field. On the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-2. It's Major League. And welcome back to the ballpark. At the plate, Randy Arozarena. And a pitch. And he hits a ground ball right side. Story whips it to first on the run. They get the out on Arozarena.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Next to hit, Isaac Paredes. Here he is in a spot where he makes most of his money against left-handed pitching. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Rafaela makes the grab. 2 down. And here's Kenley Jansen.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And first offering is fouled off. Red Sox leading it by 2. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. 1 more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Righty to the plate. Ripped on a line. And makes the grab. That is the inning. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to work. To first. 1 up, 1 down. Masataka Yoshida, the next to hit. That's outside. 1-0. Red Sox by 2. Here at the top of the 9th. There's a strike. And another ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
In the air to left, down the line. And that's a foul ball. And a pitch. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Nice swing to drive that pitch up the middle. Could have easily.
And now they turn to Giovanni Gallegos.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Ref Snyder at the plate now. That's ball one. 1-1. Yoshida, the base runner at first with one out. This one popped up. Paredes gets under it. He makes the catch, and there's two down. Rafael Devers up to hit.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Smash to the left side. In plenty of time to first, and that's the third out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. The Red Sox out front, 4-2. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Chris Martin. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season. Joey Meneses getting ready to hit. The pitch. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Just kind of sailed that throw and pulled it across his body towards the right field side of first base, and usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target, and I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
Oh, what a stop. Throws from his knees, and that's a great play for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
He's 2 outs away. Vinny Castilla will hit next. Hard hit, base hit. Runner from third in to score. And they trail by 1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Making a move at first. Entering is the pinch runner, Alek Thomas. One down, runner at first. And now the shortstop, runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Save at second, and that was not close. So the tying run at second. Slap the other way, foul.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
And the 0-2. Line drive. Hauls it in for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And fouled off. A 1-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
I think he was a little excited there. Saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up.
Out to short. Gonzalez. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Red Sox strand the tying run on base to win it.
Well, looked like the pitcher was getting into a little trouble there, but quickly brought out a pitch that isn't what most hitters are looking for with that great velocity, but it was really good movement on the changeup and a nice win today.
And the final score here, 4-3. Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shelby saying so long.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 4 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. For the home team, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 6 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 8 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Live from Oakland, California, in the Bay Area, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Boston Red Sox going up against the Heroes. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Ramirez.
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
Ready to go now, and stepping in is the speedy David Hamilton.
David Hamilton.
The wind and the pitch. Down the middle for a strike. And we are underway.
First pitch, 640.
0-1. And downstairs. Swings through that.
1 and 2.
And he deals. Smoked into left, base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And another ball.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
And that's a base hit. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. Now it's Devers at the plate. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. A gigantic blast. And they take the lead. It's 3-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Tyler O'Neill stands in here, takes ball one low. Outside low, ball two. Ramirez maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first.
I think he wanted that call in the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit. Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one down the line. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent back control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Ground ball left side. Urias over to second. How about that double play?
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport. Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button. Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
O'Neill at third with 2 away. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Sox get 3 on the homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major. Leading off, Randy Arozarena. The pitch. And that one fouled off.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The wide to kick the pitch. And a big swing and a miss.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
And now 2-2. And they'll do it again. The wind of the pitch. The punch out there. 1 away.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
And he takes it himself for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Jonathan Aranda. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Bleday brings it in for the 3rd out. Top of the 2nd. This is J.J. Bleday. And here it comes. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Valenzuela makes the grab, 1 down.
Batting 9, the center fielder, Cedane Rafaela.
And next for the Red Sox, Cedane Rafaela.
Look, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish. Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
And first offering is fouled off. Hamilton measures 5 feet 10 inches, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2019. On the ground to short, Urias tosses to first. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Boston, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back in Oakland, bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Isaac Paredes.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
There's a strike, 95 of that one.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Ooh, Baia. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Rips that one center field. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
So up next, Joey Meneses. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Down the line. And that will drop foul. At the belt and fires. On the ground, 2 ball. Hamilton quickly to second for 1. Relay to first, double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
So 2 down now, and here is Ramon Urias. That one hit to right. And he makes the catch. And that is that. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Romy Gonzalez. The pitch. Headed down the line. And a foul ball.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This 3rd inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Tap back to the mound. And one away at the top of the 3rd.
Up next for the Red Sox, the 3rd baseman, Rafael
Devers now. He's already homered here in this one.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
1 down, base is empty. Popped up. Drifts towards it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Walked his first time. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Meneses makes the grab, and that's the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. Back here in East Bay as we go to the last of the 3rd. And here's the catcher, Brandon Valenzuela. On the ground, Devers jumps, throws, leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Here's Luis Urias.
The 3rd baseman, Luis Urias.
Fought off foul. The Red Sox leading by 3 here in the last half of the 3rd. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 2 out.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where It's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
And now it's even up. Right-hander kicks, deals. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And now the DH, Randy Arozarena, struck out swinging his first time. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Triston Casas. And first offering is fouled off.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
1-1.
Kicks and fires. Fouled off to the right. The pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Warning track. Whoa. And you can touch them all, baseball man. Third home run of the season, and they add to the lead. It's 4-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
Abreu swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. Nobody on, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. In the air, left field. Hauls it in for the out. 1 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Nabs it, and there's 2 away.
The left fielder, number 33.
2 outs, base is empty. J.J. Bleday up next for the Red Sox. That one laced to center and a base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. Long throw for the 3rd out. Back in Oakland, bottom of the 4th, here's Alex Verdugo. Hout back to work. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
Well, these guys just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
now. Here is Jonathan Aranda. And it's fouled away. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. On the ground to the left. Fair ball.
Everything came together for him. He smashed that ball the other way and kept it fair down the third base line. Did an excellent job of just throwing the barrel at the ball, even though he was a little late on it.
The pitch. Ground ball right side, could be two. Over to second for one. Back to first, double play. And that's it for the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. On to the top of the fifth we go. The Red Sox ready now for the fifth inning. So stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela. Hard hit to third. Jump throw. It's there, and that's a great play. So the lineup flips over. David Hamilton up next for the Red Sox.
Hamilton.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
One out, bases empty.
One
The
ball.
shortstop
He's
takes
straight.
the ball. One down, base is empty. On the ground to first, Meneses. Off balance throw in time. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, second baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez. Foul ball there. Gonzalez, 27 years old. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. In the air, right side. And that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Now batting, the third baseman, Rafael.
And here is Devers. He's already homered in this game. Fastball for a strike. Hard hit left side. Urias to first in time. And that is the inning. One left for the Red Sox, but they lead it 4-0.
I was never a gentleman, I was raised in a trap. Let you spend all this money tomorrow, I made it back. If she told me don't leave, I told her shot it.
We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now the first baseman, Joey Meneses. The wind of the pitch. That's hard hit in the line. Base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Urias in the box now. No balls and a strike. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Casas puts it away, and there's one down.
Now batting, catcher, Brandon Valenzuela.
And the batter now, Brandon Valenzuela. First time up, he grounded to third. And a foul ball. Foul ball. Meneses over at first with one away. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And the runner holds.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the
Now
zone
batting,
right there. Just
third baseman.
nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second,
2 on and 2 out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And that is the inning.
Yeah.
All set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the DH, Tyler O'Neill. Ramirez back to work. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. His second of the year. It's 5-zip. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Most times it's the pitcher looking at the scoreboard for velocity, but in this case it's the hitter. He just turned around triple digits at the dish. I don't even know how he saw that pitch. Maybe he didn't, but he got a home run out of it.
Casas lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Nobody on, nobody out, and we're in the top half of the 6th. The next offering misses. 2-1. Fastball in the corner at the knees, and it's a strike. Left-hand batter waits. On the ground to 3rd. Oh, great stop. The throw, nicely done for the out.
Third basemen have to be so quick with their first step reactions. Hot shots like that. That's why they call it the hot corner. That's a perfect example, though. There's no way he gloves that one if he's not dialed in, anticipating something coming his way, staying on his toes every pitch. Really nice job to get back up, set himself, and make a strong throw across the diamond.
Abreu in the box again, takes a strike. Hit hard on the ground to short. On.
The batter, the catcher, Connor Wong.
2 outs, base is empty. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. That one missed. Back up the middle and a base hit. And that extends the inning.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Ball 1 there. That's off the mark. Now 2-0.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That's a base hit. Throw in Holtz, the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And next for the Red Sox, Ceddanne Rafaela. That clips a corner. Rip towards 3rd. Tosses to 1st. They limit the damage here. Boston with another on the solo blast. And the lead is now. And we're back. And now the DH, Randy Arozarena. The right-hander back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one fouled off. The 1-1. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Tattooed and gone. And they cut into the lead. It's 5-1.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
Alex Verdugo now at the plate. Lifted in the air down the left side. As this one sized up, puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Down the left fielder, Jonathan Aranda.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep.
Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And that's going to roll to the wall. The relay to third, and he's got himself a triple.
Even though center fielders are amazing at tracking down balls these days, there's still a lot of room out there, and it's a big field. So if you hammer one to center like that, there's a decent chance you're picking up extra bases.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes, 1 for 2. Swinging a foul straight back. And he grounds one to the right side. And that one handled. The throw to first. Out number 2, and another run comes in.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
And that one is lifted in the air. Abreu settles underneath it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. So they get 2 runs on. Back here in the East Bay, top of inning number 7. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, David Hamilton. That one's in there. Strike 1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Next offering is in the dirt. Left-hand hitter waits. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Trying to get him to chase on the changeup that time. In the air, right field. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Here comes a pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
And another ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Got it by him for the K. Down in order go the Red Sox. They're still out in front 5-2. Bottom of the 7th. Now it's the shortstop, Ramon Urias. The heroes in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And the pitch. That's off the mark. And that's ball 1. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Liam Hendricks getting ready to go. Jansen getting loose as well. Kicks and deals. Little dribbler up along third, and foul ball. And a pitch. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. 1 out.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
So digging in, Luis Urias. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
Man at first, and now the center fielder, Alek Thomas. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Hangs off the wall. Coming home. Cut off, throw to third, and he's out. But 1 run does score on the play before the inning ends. So they get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on. 8th inning coming up. Boston's out in front, 5-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the DH, Tyler O'Neill. Got it started a little too early, strike 1. So into his 8th inning of work now on the mound, despite some rough patches.
Well, he's had to battle, and there were some times where I thought he was going to throw in the towel, but he stayed out there, he kept competing, and he's gotten himself pretty deep into this one.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Casas, the next to hit, takes outside. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. That one down the line, and that's just foul. 1 down, base is empty. On the ground to first, Meneses. And he handles it himself for the out. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Valenzuela down to first with it. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Liam Hendricks.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Rosarena, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. And a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Wong collects, fires to first. In time to get him. 1 away on the strikeout.
We'll take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And he deals. That just misses. And the count even 1-1. That clips the corner.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
And the righty deals. On the ground to Devers. Fires over to first. And Verdugo is set down.
Left fielder, Jonathan.
Here's the left fielder, Jonathan Aranda. And first offering is fouled off. Hendricks, 35 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. 2 outs. And a foul ball. Red Sox leading it by 2. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Devers pulls it in on the run. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the catcher, Connor Wong. On the corner for a strike. 1-1.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
Throws to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th. J.J. Bleday up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a foul straight back. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Next to hit, Ceddanne Rafaela. The left-hander on now, Jojo Romero.
Pretty tight game. So
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Great jump. Bleday, the runner at second with 1 away. Fought off foul. The pitch.
0-1.
recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Pitch misses there, and the count's even at 2. Wouldn't chase that time.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Back to the top of the lineup, and stepping in for Boston, David Hamilton. And first offering is fouled off. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Around third, fires it to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and they're up by 3. 2 outs, runner at first. Romy Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox. Late on that fastball. 1 run across in the frame so far. Here at the top of the 9th. Throw to second. He's safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Man on second, 2 down. In the dirt. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch. Two outs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got it. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 6-3. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Chris Martin.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
And it's fouled away. Yo one. And a base hit up the middle. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
And here's the first baseman, Joey Meneses. That's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. So up next, Ramon Urias. Bounced up the middle. Steps on the bag for one. On the first double play.
Well, that's what you hope for if you're out there on the mound. First and second, nobody out. Somehow get a ground ball. They got it right there. Nice double play by the infield.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now the switch hitting catcher, Brandon Valenzuela. In the air on the infield. Has a beat on it. And he'll put it away. Ball game. And the Red Sox take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better. Makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 6 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 5 runners on base. For the home team, 3 runs, 11 hits. No errors. They left 6 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.